Welcome to Aldia Private School video classroom.
Hello children, welcome to another grammar session. Today, let's learn a new topic, prepositional phrase. Linking like a hook and eye, in and out and far and by. Bird in nest and rose on tree, gift for you and sit by me. Do you wonder at what I'm trying to say? I hope you could follow the rhyme with the prepositions. Prepositions are commonly used in our day-to-day conversation. But while writing, we need to know its purpose, usage, and its pattern. So now let's first learn what is a prepositional phrase. In English grammar, a prepositional phrase is a group of words made up of preposition, its object, and any of the object's modifier. It's only a portion of a sentence and cannot stand on its own as a complete thought. So, a prepositional phrase are a group of words starting with a preposition. It often functions as a modifier describing nouns and verbs. It cannot stand alone, and a prepositional phrase won't contain the subject of a sentence. Let's now look into its types. Prepositional phrases are of two types. One is adjective phrase and the other is adverb phrases. Let's see the adjective phrases. Adjective phrases are found immediately after the noun or pronoun it modifies in a sentence. The adjective phrases answers one of the following questions about the word it modifies. The questions are which one, what kind of, how many, whose. Here is an example. The building across the street is for sale. The prepositional phrase across the street tells us which building. Thus, the adjective phrase answers the question which building. Here we have the adverb phrases. Adverb phrases may be found any place in the sentence. The adverb phrase answers one of the following questions about the word it modifies. A verb, an adjective, or an adverb. That is how, when, where, under what condition, why. I hope these questions you would have learned in adverbial phrases or adverb. Here is an example. The book was placed on the shelf. The prepositional phrase on the shelf tells us where the book was placed. Here are some of the most commonly used prepositions in English. But beware that just because a word in a sentence is on this list doesn't mean that it's being used as a preposition in any particular context. Many of these words can also be other parts of speech, such as adverbs or subordinating conjunction. So we should be very careful in identifying the preposition in a sentence. Let's now look into how to recognize a prepositional phrase when you see one. A prepositional phrase will begin with the preposition and end with a noun, pronoun, gerund, or clause, the object of the preposition. The object of the preposition will often have one or more modifiers to describe it. Here is the general pattern for a prepositional phrase. The first pattern is preposition plus noun, pronoun, gerund or clause. The second one is preposition plus modifiers plus noun, pronoun, gerund or clause. Based on the patterns we saw in the last slide, here are some examples of the most basically used prepositional phrase. It starts with a preposition and ends with a noun, pronoun, gerund or a noun clause. Let's look into the examples. At home. At is the preposition and home is the noun. With me. With is the preposition, me is the pronoun. By singing. By is the preposition, singing is the gerund. Children, I hope you all know what is a gerund. Gerund is the ing word. Next example, about what we need. About is the preposition, what we need is the noun clause. Now let's look into the longer prepositional phrases examples. From my grandmother. From is the preposition, my is the modifier, grandmother is the noun. So it starts with a preposition, it has a object modifier, then it ends with a noun. Under the warm blanket. Under is the preposition, the warm is the modifier, blanket is the noun. Without excessively worrying. Without is the preposition, excessively is the modifier, worrying is the gerund, that is the ing word. Children, these are the simple prepositional phrase patterns with examples. Hope you understood. A worksheet is there for your practice. Do complete it. Thank you.